Hello. Well, it's 12 o'clock on Friday, which means it must be time for our Friday lunch chat. Um, I hope you all are well. I'm just now drinking my hot coffee. I had a dentist appointment this morning. Well, I don't love that. Does anyone love going to the dentist? There might be some people who are into that kind of um, self-torture. I'm not one of them. Erica, do you recognize what I'm wearing? Hello and happy Friday to you too. Hi, Bert, Patty, Sarah, Sue. Hello, hello. I'm wearing the Fallen Petals shawl from Marie's Knit Shawls and Wraps book. And Erica knit this. It is so beautiful. This is one of my absolute favorites. Is it the cover of the book? I think it's the cover, right? Um, Erica can tell me. She probably remembers. Anyways, we just I loved it so much, and I loved it in the red that it is shown in the book. And so Erica was going to make a sample for us, and I picked red. Surprise, surprise. And this is in Malabrigo Washted in I think it's Cereza. It's one of their great reds. Julia, you're so good. Hi, Chris. How's LA? Um, yeah, but it would be great in Rios too. And we do have a decent amount of Washington and Rios right now if you were looking to do your own fallen petals. I was cold. I'm wearing my black wool and Rowena dress today, but I didn't wear an accessory with it and I was a little bit chilly. So this is on display out in the shop and I went and I grabbed it and I put it on. Because I thought A, I could show it to you guys, and then B, it would keep me warm. And we all should get to see Erica's gorgeous work since not so many people are in the shop shopping these days. Erica, it's lovely. Thank you. Yeah, Julia, yay, thank you so much. Look at her. Julia on the spot, popping in those links. Um, yeah, I am really really in love with this one. I'm not going to make it because honestly, this will belong to me when it's no longer. I don't know why I feel so terrible to say that, but I mean, we compensated Erica, so it's not like she had to donate it. But yeah, I fully plan to seal this one day when it's served its life here in the store. I don't take that much home that I have not made myself. Honestly, I think I have a hat and that's oh no, I do have one sweater that Destiny made 10 years ago. That was really great and it fit me well that I took home. So it's not like I make a habit out of asking other people to knit samples and then just taking them. It's just I don't know, there's something about it that feels wrong. So yeah, that's today. I this red, this Julia, do you remember like in the first 5 years of the store, 2005, 2010, this was the thing I made everything in. I made everything in this kind of a red. I loved this red. This was my go-to. Now you would probably say gold is my go-to, but this is a great color red. And in fact, I got to pull out the earrings Jason gave me 25 years ago. Um, they were made by Swatch. You guys remember Swatch, right? I loved my Swatch watches. Oh yeah. And there was a little Swatch store on the ground level of the building I worked in downtown Portland, right on Pioneer Square. And for my birthday one year, he got me these little earrings, and I love them. And they're red. You probably can't see because they're just too little to show up, but they have little red shiny things on them, little flowers. So oh, the bubble sweater. Oh, Julia just remembered my bubble. I think it's called Bubble. It is a Noragon pattern from her knitting nature book. Do you guys remember this book or have you seen this book? Because if not, you should go get one from the library or buy one online or something because this book really is amazing. Noragon is so freaking brilliant. Her brain just works in different ways, like with math and knitting. And she took all of these naturally occurring mathematical shapes in nature, spirals and helixes and is it helices? Is that how you say the plural of helix? Anyway, and pentagons and all this stuff. And she just did this collection out of it. And I made this sweater in there called the bubble sweater. And it was this kind of deep red. And so that I should make that again. I didn't fully understand at the time I made that about gauge and ease. Well, gauge, yes, but ease. Ease was a different story. And especially when you look at that sweater and you look at the way the model's wearing it, it's clearly meant to be like this kind of oversized, slouchy sweater. It's a series of pentagrams. Nope, pentagons. It's a series of pentagons that you knit from the center out, and then you pick up and you connect and you make this whole sweater out of them. Thank you, Julia, for the link. You guys can check it out. Um, but I just basically made it closer to close fitting than having like 4 to 8 inches of ease like I should have. So that would be such a fun one to redo. Oh my god. And it's in worsted. I might have to. My pentagrams are a different thing. Yes, this is true. They are different from pentagons. Yeah. Oh, we can't get through one of these chats without me making some sort of verbal or gesturing gaffe. Good lord. Um Pentagram sweater is a totally different thing. Yep. All right, moving on. Guess what, you guys? We have new yarn. We have sock yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners, and I'm so excited about it. I have to say thank you to Terry Devine, who gave me a skein for Christmas that got this ball rolling. And so I brought it in. We just literally unboxed it this morning. It is on the website under new, but I'm going to show you some of the colors because they're so bright and happy and they just scream spring and summer, and you're going to want them all. Okay? That's all there is about it. Okay. This is their signature 4-ply, so it's a fingering weight sock yarn, and it's all self-patterning. So, look at these fun colors, you guys. Seriously. And wait, wait, more. If you're into the rainbow thing, the best rainbow stripe right there. We've got like cocktails and we've got some kind of like spring garden business. I'm talking about what they've named them. Like this one's Tequila Sunrise. That seems apt, right? There's like rum punch, and so isn't this gorgeous? It's really good price too. It's $15 a ball for 100-gram skein. That gets you a full pair of socks, 440 yards. This one would be really fun. This one in the little flex would give you that self-patterning thing. So I'm gonna have to do a sample sock out of one of these. This isn't, I don't think this is all of them. Maybe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is. Yeah, it's every color there in the basket. In this basket right here. Hmm. Um, which one should I do? Which one should I make a sample in? What do you guys think? Throw your comments in. Purple, blue, rainbow, tequila sunrise. Um, this one is quite Easter right here. Could make a nice springtime sample. You guys have any input there? Which one of these I should use to do a sample? I do love rainbow. Hmm. I'll see what you guys say in the comments. And then I shall decide. Tequila Sunrise. Now here's a question. Oh, that's 2 votes for Tequila Sunrise. 3. If I do Tequila Sunrise, do I have to drink Tequila Sunrise as well? I mean, have to. Do I get to drink Tequila Sunrises while I knit the sample? Right? Let's see which of these others are named for cocktails real quick. Maybe they don't have the names. Oh shoot, they don't have them. They just have the numbers. Pretty sure this is a cocktail. Rainbow's a cocktail. Oh, this is Blue Lagoon cocktail. And this one, I think these are all cocktails. If I do a sample out of this, I should probably drink the cocktail while I'm knitting it. Yeah. Um, okay. All right. All right, there's other new stuff to show you. Now, try to remain calm, okay? But I have a new Cardi bag to show you. First, I'm going to show you some new ones she brought in that are not new styles to us. These are new, just delivered styles we've had previously. So this is the wrister bag, which a lot of you have really loved. So this is the small wrister here. It's got this cute little knitting needle pattern on it. Inside pockets, it's black, you can't see. Inside pockets. Just really great grab and go, but it's also got the drawstring so you can cinch it closed. So there's a small wrister here with knitting needles. And then we have a medium wrister, which is like a great, like a big shawl, small sweater, kid sweater size. And I love it because these are stiff. So look at here, I'll hold it up. They stand up. So this is something that's so great about all of Kara's bags. Like not the doodles because they don't have a flat bottom, but the all of the other ones with flat bottoms is they're lined and they're made out of a nice sturdy fabric that stands. So when you set it down on the floor next to your knitting chair or wherever you're parked, in the car or whatever, it stands up, doesn't crumple down. You're not fighting to, get into it or to move yarn around. You can easily see inside. There's a good view of those pockets because now this one is white. It's even got little shallow pockets on the side that's great for like needle keepers or knitting needle tips, interchangeable tips, straight needles, etc. So this one is a medium one, and it's a cute needlework pattern that says, um, "If I'm sitting, I'm knitting. I knit, therefore I am." Has all those funny quotes. We had something else with this fabric. I don't know if you guys remember, but it says stuff like, "Should I buy this yarn?" Of course, I should buy this yarn. So both of these wristers are in. They're on the website. Okay, here's the new bag. Are you ready? Okay. It's this adorable little tote, square shape. I'm showing it to you backwards. Here's the front. It's got a beautiful zipper pocket in the front. And then check this out. It's got an extra layer inside that pulls up and cinches closed. So you can really stuff this puppy full. So here it is open. And then on the inside, we've got, it's dark, pocket. You got another pocket on the inside. So you can just, if you just have a few things, you can push the inner lining down onto the inside and just put your stuff in and carry it around like this. But if you really need to stuff it full, you can just fill it all the way up and then cinch it closed. Isn't this a beautiful design? We're calling this the carded around. Because kartybell, right? So it's the carded around with a K. Generally, I hate when people make K substitutions for things that should be with a C, like the KOA campgrounds with a K. I don't know why that it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, but we couldn't resist calling these the carded around. They're just so it's just so apt for that. So we have these black polka dots. We have this great, I call this script because it's like this cursive fabric that says alpaca, knit, cotton, angora, mohair, wool, just a bunch of like fiber names in this really pretty script on gray background. And then it's got a really pretty subtle, I feel like it's not, you're not able to see what that is. It's always hard for me to tell because I think that what I see reflected back is not quite the same as what you see color and brightness wise, but that's like a light gray and white fabric. Um, I love this one. Polka dots here, alpacas here. I call it the alpaca polka. Cats, all you cat lovers. Look at this. How adorable is this? They're cats with their arms around each other and having baths and with a whole bunch of tangled yarn and a nice little gray kind of denim-y looking fabric here. And this one is so beautiful. This is a very light kind of lavender gray here. And then look at this fabric from the inside. This is butterflies. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then my last one is my favorite. And it's kind of like, it's a little bit weird because it is moths, right? Kind of like our big nemesis. But it's this gorgeous black out exterior. And then look at the bright print on this interior fabric with the moths on it. I mean, it's just really beautiful. I shouldn't like anything with moths on it, but I love that one. So there they are. They're on our website. Kara's crazy. She sent me some pictures and like of a prototype that she was working on when she started thinking about doing these, and I was like, oh God, people are gonna lose their minds about these things because they're really great. They're 55, and just as a reminder, with Kara's stuff, they're on consignment. So when you buy that, the majority of that price is going to her. You're supporting her, the artist. It's not like a typical wholesale type of thing. So you're keeping one of our own in fabric, right? Like you're funding her making more bags essentially. So um yeah, they are definitely not wool eating moths. Julia says those are not wool eating moths. They're not. They're too pretty. They're exotic moths. They're definitely not the kind that we all hate and swear at. I know, alpaca polka. I like it. Oh, how does a sweater take up so much more room in this than the skeins that make it? Becca, that is a great question. I don't know if you guys saw me, if you noticed on Tuesday's chat how I was struggling to stuff that fiad back into the bag it came out of, but it's just it wasn't happening. And Jill said that she was experiencing the same thing at this point with the fiad, that she just couldn't get it back into a bag anymore. We needed to, up the bag size again. So I know they are all gorgeous. Um, I really can't. I can't take home another bag. Um, that would be absurd. I want one though. I have this stack. Maybe what I should do is get rid of some. Say goodbye to some old bags, send them off with a fond farewell, thank them for their service. That's the Marie Kondo way. And then I could justify having another one. That's if you guys haven't all bought them already. Um, you know. It's true, Julia. That is why we have to have so many different sized bags, because your project might be able to start out in the little one so that it's easy for you to grab and go, but then you might have to just like keep upgrading in size. Oh, Rachel, what a sweetheart. She's offered to foster a bag for me. She said she'll get one and then foster it for me. That would make me feel very good, because then I would sleep well at night knowing it was in a loving home. Oh, so anyways, on to let's quickly touch base about the Afghan. So many of you are in our Afghan e-course, and I can't wait because it is a good group and we are gonna have so much fun. I mean, you might swear a little bit when you're doing your umpteenth bobble on one in particular, but you're not gonna hate me about that, right? You know, I'm just the messenger. It'll be a great course. So I'm so excited for those of you that are already have jumped on board. That it's going to be a really good group. If you are still on the fence and you have questions, please send them our way. We have a blog post up right now that's got a little quiz. So if you haven't looked into it yet, you're not sure if this is something that would be right for you, you can take our little quiz that'll help you kind of get a feel for what might be involved in this class. Um and yeah, and then we'll follow up. So we've got one more week from today for enrollment if you're enrolled in the free preview right now and you're thinking about doing it. So just keep that in mind. We'll send the reminder before it closes, just for everyone who's enrolled in the free preview, that they're about to lose their free preview access, and if they want to register, this is the last chance. Question: are there regular Zoom meetings or something with the course? There won't be regular Zoom meetings, probably. It kind of depends on how many people end up enrolled. But there will be live check-ins. So we'll schedule like live meetings and that will run through the virtual classroom. And so I'll touch base live with people where you can ask questions and we can just talk about progress and everything. If it feels manageable with the final number, then we might do Zooms instead. It kind of just depends, because if you get like over a certain size, Zoom feels more like a webinar, like well, I mean, I guess that's no different than just a live where I'm talking at you and you can only type in questions, but it's tough. It's tough when there's a lot of people. Um I'm so happy to see everybody so excited. I am too. And it's so funny because this isn't my first time out of the gate with this class, but I feel like it is. I feel like just as excited as if it was the first time, because I know so many of you this now. It's It's so funny. If you have to look for the silver linings of 2020, there's a lot of them. I really truly believe there are a lot of them. There was a lot of shit. I mean, way more. But if you stay focused on the silver linings, I mean, that's a lot of gratitude to dish up. And one of them is how many of you I have gotten to know through these Facebook Lives and through other online interactions. And I mean, it's just totally changed who I think of as in my bubble. It's so funny because I keep thinking, oh, I can't wait until we are open again, and all of you guys are going to show up and sit around and knit. And then I'm like, oh, that's right. Ah, so many of you live like in another state, not in driving distance. I mean, I'm going to be excited to see all my locals again too, but it is kind of like too bad. I'm falling off here that um it won't be just that everyone can pop in and sit around the table and knit for a while. So don't worry, this format will never go away. I'll always want to be checking in with you guys who are far away and staying in touch that way. But anyways, I'm just so grateful that I've gotten to know so many of you, and now that you're going to be in the Afghan class, we'll continue on that journey. So that's great. Diane says 2021 is her year of learning lots of new techniques. Boy, that is a very good, that's a great because that's going to happen. Question from Christy. With cables, is it important to knit them tight like we are in Fiat? Oh, so tight, I guess tight's a relative term. So Fiat, I would describe as being a fairly dense gauge for the yarn, and for the needle. So by default, then, because of that, your cables are tight. So if you catch my drift, what I guess I'm trying to say is that it's not necessarily that we're knitting the cables tight. It's just the product of using a tighter gauge and a smaller needle on that weight of yarn. So for the Afghan, um, there isn't the yarn is pretty in line with the gauge and the needle that's being asked. Um, and so the cables, they will be tight by their nature and by the fact that you're pulling yarn and moving positions, and that puts more pressure to compact, but not like tight knitting, like where you're just like digging in and I'm not explaining myself super well. um the gauge is more in line with the yarn and the needle, and so it won't be like tight. Like Fiad is basically the same yarn that the Afghan is done, but the gauge is several steps tighter, if that makes sense. So that's why the Fiad cables are tight. It makes a really dense, nice fabric that is great for an outerwear sweater. So hopefully I explained that well enough, Christy. If not, I can follow up with an email. Um, Yes. I know. Christy's gonna come to Oregon. We have a lot of fresh air here, Christy. A lot. In fact, it's so fresh it blows like 30 miles an hour most of the year. Oh, Chris, you would never have seen us and all the news about knitting without these visits. Yeah, I am grateful for these visits. And I do wish it was not quite so one way, but I understand the limits of technology. They are what they are. So okay, you guys, somehow I also managed to go on for 24 minutes. I'm so sorry. It's not, I just never want to hold you that long. I personally probably don't want to watch someone talk for 24 minutes. And so I feel like I need to keep it briefer for you guys too. Anyways, I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I have a big announcement on Tuesday. Well, not big. I have an announcement on Tuesday, something fun. It'll come to your inbox first, though, on Monday. So if you're a subscriber to our newsletter, you'll find out on Monday. But I'm kind of tickled about it. So you'll find out next week. All right. Take care, everybody. And I hope you get a lot of knitting, crocheting time this weekend. Bye.